Hilchis Sanhedrin v'Einshin Amusurim Lem Perek Shleishaser. Now, until now, we were learning the Seder of how Bezdin comes to a maskana that a person is chayiv misa. They got the Seder of the diyunim of Bezdin, and they have to wait the next day until they finally come to the maskana that the person is chayiv misa. Now, the next two parakim, the Rambam discusses how they actually administer the misa. Now, there's a din v'hitzilu that you're trying to save the person, that if he's not really bemis chayiv misa, he shouldn't get misa. And therefore, there's a din l'moshel that if even after he was nischayiv misa, and someone says that he has a reason to pater him from misa, so you bring him back to Bezdin in order to see maybe you could pater him from Bezdin, from misa. Now, there's a concern. He's going to go out of the Bezdin, and then he's going to go far away. We said before that the Beis Haskila was 6 mil from the Sanhedrin, from the place of the Bezdin. So it could be someone is going to come to the Bezdin and they'll find a reasonable schus, or someone in the Bezdin from the Dayana will realize a reasonable schus, and by the time they will have to get to the Nidin, was already killed. So we want to bavarin that if there is a reasonable schus, we should be able to get them as soon as possible. So what happens is that someone would be standing outside the Bezdin, and then there would be someone on a horse, which would be further away from him and far away, as far away as possible, that he should be able to see if he's being mainif with a sudar. He should be able to see and mail a note to run after the nidan and to take him back. So that was to say the mishan nigmar dini lemisa is mitzin esimi bezdin. They take him out of bezdin, and ve'echod ema al pesach bezdin. Someone standing right next to the door of bezdin. V'hasudrim biyodin. And he has a sudar in his hand to be able to make a simon to the person that's standing on the sus, as we'll soon see. V'asus rachik mimanu, and the sus is far from him. There's someone standing on a sus, sitting on a sus. He's far enough that he's close enough that he should be able to see when he's main of besudar, and as far as possible. But as long as he's able to still see when he's main of besudar, v'hakruz yetzilufanav, in front of the person that's going out to be killed, there's a cruz going out from him. Now, what's the cruz saying? Pleni yetzi liharig b'misa plenis. Now, the reason for this cruz was in order that if there's someone there that knows, let's say, Eidim, that could prove that this didn't happen. So they're saying exactly what happened and when it happened and who it happened with and who are the Eidim. So if there's people that could be mazim the Eidim, people could prove that this never happened. Whereas we're giving an opportunity to people to be able to be caused that this din shouldn't actually happen. They shouldn't actually be killed. So in Mela, Akruz Yetzi Lefanov, Pleni Yetzi Leharig B'misa Plenis, Al Sha'avar Aveda Plenis, B'mokim Pleni, B'zman Pleni, Upleni Edov. So these are the things that someone could contradict it. And we're saying this is the story that was given over through the Edom. These are the Edom that say that they saw this person on this and this day. So if there's someone out there that says these Edom weren't there, they were Imanu Yisam, so they'll come. If someone's going to say we were at the place where you're saying it happened and it didn't happen, so they'll come and they'll be makriz the Edom. Mishi Yedel Ischus Yavi V'Yilamedov. That's the cruise. Now Omer Echad Yeshi Lamedov Schus. If someone comes and says Taka, I have a schus to say about the story, to prove that the story didn't happen. So then is Zem Mein of Besudrin. So the person that's standing outside the door is Mein of Besudrin. And V'zeh Arechav Al Asus Rotz, he runs with the sus. Umachzir Sanidin LeBezdin, he brings back the Nidin to Bezdin. Now in Nimtzal Ischus, if Lepel the schus that this person said was true, is Peter they say. V'imlei, and what he said the schus wasn't a real schus, so now is Yavzer V'yetzel Lariga, he goes back Lariga. Now Omer Hu Ba'atzmi Yesh Lamed Al Atzmi Schus, the person himself, the person that's the Nidain, that's going out Lemisa, says, I have a schus to say about myself. Is Aval Pi She'ein Mamish B'dvarav, it doesn't sound like what he's saying really has any mamoshes, that should really, any substance, that should be able to really change the Psak Din, but nevertheless, Machzir Nei Sei Pam, Risheinu Shnir, we don't say it over here. We bring him back to the Bezdin and give him the opportunity to be able to present this chus. Because we're afraid that maybe if he's going to say it out there, so maybe he's nervous and he's not going to be able to present it properly. So therefore they bring him back and they hear him out once or twice. Because so maybe, why do you bring him back a second time? The Chori already came a first time, it was Eiman Dvarav. So we say no, then maybe Mipnei HaPachad Nestat Mutanesav. Now, Ksheyavzil Bezdin Tis Yashav Daiti V'Yemer Tam Hirziru V'Lenimtza Mamish B'Dvarav. So now is Mitzir Nesi Pam Shlisha. So he went once and then he went a second time, and now he's already a third time going on his way to be killed. Now, Omer B'Shlishis Yesh L'Lamed Asis Chos. On the third time that he's going out, Again, he says yesh lamed alasmas chus. So over here, you don't bring him back to Bezdin. Over here, you listen to him on the way to being killed. If yesh mamish b'dvarav, if there's a mamish in what he's saying, so then it's machzir nesei. I feel a kamapon. And lefichav, since you want to know if there's a mamish b'dvarav, so the third time he goes out is basically shnei talmidei chacham. In other words, the first two times not together talmidei chacham, because any case that he says yesh lamed alasmas, we'll bring him back. The third time will only be brought back if there's a mamish b'dvarav. So the Talmidei Chacham have to establish whether there's a mamish b'dvarav. Lefichach meisnei shnei Talmidei Chacham sheshemim dvarav baderech. They listen to baderech. Im yesh mamish b'dvarav machzir nesei. However, v'im lav ein machzir nesei. If they don't hear a mamish b'dvarav, the third time is going out, ein machzir nesei. Now im le nimtzel ischus is mitzia nesei. So then they take him out to be killed. Ve'edav heim ha'eres nesei b'chol misa she'es chayba. So the misa that he was mischayba, the people that administer the actual misa are the edim that said edus against him. V'ritzeach shleir gu edav, by a ritzeach, which is leir gu edav, chayavim la misa b'kol adam. Regular people that are mechuyev misa, that misa has to be done through the edim. And if lepel the edim cannot do the misa, so the taka potter, as we'll learn b'hemshech. In other words, if the edim started doing the misa, so then the hemshech misa everyone could do. By skila, masha'inkin, if there was no beginning of the ritzech, as we'll learn the hemshech, and there was no beginning of the edim doing the misa, so then the taka don't get misa. The misa has to be done through the edim. Masha'inkin b'ritzech, there's a special din that ritzech shleir gu edim is chayavin la misa biyad kolot, as we'll learn the hemshech as well. Now rochik memkem hariga be'eser amas. So before he gets to the place where he's actually going to be killed, eser amas before that, is Eimer le'isvada. He's told to be isvada. Shekein derech kol ha'mamosam misvada. So that's what they tell him, that even people that are killed are misvada, and v'chol ha'misvada yesh lechelik leil mabah, because when you do misvada, you do tshuva, so even though he did an avera, and lepel is being killed for the avera, but on the other end, yesh lechelik leil mabah. Now, ene yedel isvadas, is Eimer le'amer tehei misasi kapor al kol ha'vinesa. So basically, he's acknowledging that he did averas, al kol ha'vinesa, and he should say, take misasi kapor al kol ha'vinesa. Now, fila ayada ba'atzmi shesheker he idolov. So there's a mandam in Gemara that says, tehei misasi kapor al ha'vinesa chutz mizeh. Because I'm saying, I'm still maintaining, I never did this avera. But the Rambam passes like the other mandam that he shouldn't say chutz mizeh. And therefore he says, tehei misasi kapor al kol ha'vinesa. Afil yada ba'atzmi shesheker he idolov. Kachu misvada, he's misvada that take kapara al kol ha'vinesai, and not saying that this avera is not included. Now va'acha shemisvada, so the say is they bring him out, they prepare that in case there's a situation where they have to bring him back, so they should be able to bring him back as soon as possible. And lepel, if someone is taining yesh l'schus, they bring him back. Even if he himself tainas yesh l'schus, they bring him back twice. And the third time they only bring him back if yesh mamish b'dvarav. Now, va'acha shemisvada mashkene se kurcha levena, a little bit of levena, which causes a person to become inebriated. The keshel yain, the levena in the keshel yain causes a person to become shikar. Kadesha titorev daiti olav yishtaka. So this wine with the kurt levena, that's going to cause that it should be titorev daiti olav and yishtaka. V'acharkach yehorig b'misa shuchayba, and then they administer the misa which is chayba, and the fact that he was. Knows that you give him a kursh levena, so that the misa shouldn't be, knows that he should be able to, it shouldn't be such tsar for him when he's mekabel this misa. Now zeh hayayin v'alevena, and Aldera said the evan she sokal ba'aniskal, when you give skila, so you need a stone, a large stone, which two people to carry, so that stone which you sokal ba'aniskal, and v'hasayev she yahore be'anerag, and v'hasuder shechoin kebe'anechnak, and also v'ha'etz shetel nol v'anitla, and Vasudrin Sheminiten Bo Lefnei Arugi Bezin, to be able to bring him back quickly. Vasus Shirotz Latzile Hakel Boim Mishal Tzibur. This is something which comes from the Tzibur. This is Kaspi Tzibur pays for it. Umi Sheir Tzilis Nadev Yoviv is Nadev. So a person that wants to give money towards this thing, so he can be misnadev. But if there's no one that actually was misnadev for it, so then this is supported by Kaspi Tzibur. In the Gemara it says that those things that are involved in killing him, so that's a chiyuv on bezin, so obviously there has to come mishal tzibur. Those things that are involved in trying to save him, l'mashal, the sudar, which to show to the person that's on the horse, and the horse, all those things that are involved in saving him. So the Gemara really has a suffix whether or not there's something which is a chiv al shel tzibur or something on the nereg. The nereg should pay for it in order to be able to see to it that maybe he'll be able to be saved. The Gemara says, "Benegeh the yayin and the court shalavenus over there we learn out from the pasuk that tnu yayin l'shecher, that tnu yayin l'mari nefesh." So there's a special din tnu yayin. You give yayin l'mari nefesh. So therefore, so it's a chiv al tzibur. So that the yayin and the levein, the Gemara says for sure, yeah. Masha'enkin benegea, the other things which are involved latzili, the Gemara has a suffix. The Gemara was never pushed the suffix. The first year Rambam are clear why the Rambam nem done bepshitos that it comes from kaspi tzibur, and those the pale it comes. It's a suffix in Gemara. So why was the Rambam akriya that the maskon is that it comes from kaspi tzibur? Halacha dalet. Ein Bezdin yoitzim acher hanereg. In other words, after Bezdin paskin that he should be killed, and then they take him out to the place to be killed, Bezdin doesn't go after him. It's not nice for Bezdin to be there. In other words, they paskin taki should be nereg, but they don't go along to watch him actually being nereg. The chol Bezdin shahirig nefesh asurun lechel beisayim. There's another din that after they paskin that he should be killed, so they're not allowed to eat that day. That's part of the things they learn from the pasuk. And another din, a mavrin hakrevim al harugi bezin. Those people normally, when a person is an oval, is when a karv of his dies. So then that day, the first day, so he's not allowed to eat mishalei. You mavrim, you give him to eat from other people. Masha'ekin the krevim harugi bezin. We'll learn behemshel that there's really no din avelis for harugi bezin. So there's also no din of a sudas havra. Ve'ein mavrin hakrevim al harugi bezin. And that's we learn now from the pasuk mishum liseichlo al adam. Udvarim elu asurim ve'ein ben malchus. So side the din of bezin not eating is asur, and side the din of not giving a sudas havara to the krevim. But on the other end, there's no isur malchus, even though they learned out in the pasuk of liseichlo al adam. Halacha hey, nish is chayiv misa b'chela shel. So a person knows that you can't be mechuyev misa. You have to have 2 days. In other words, he started the din in chalamed. They started being ma'ayin bedina and chalamed, and then the following day chalamed they're being misayim is din, and the misayim is din lechiv. Mishin is chayiv misa b'chel shalmed. So normally when a person on the second day after, let's say the first day they do ma'ayin bedina, then they at night they thought about it all night. They were discussing it with their chaver, with the ben zug. Then the following day again they're done. And then when they come to Amaskana, right away, as soon as they come to Amaskana, they come and they paskin the din, and then they take him out lemisa, and then there's a din of l'seichel al adam. That's what we learn until now. Now, shein chalamed, if they're going to paskin about him in the morning, so then it's going to come out that they're going to be meneim simchas yontiv, because after they come out with the psak din, there's a yisrael l'seichel al adam. So in order to avoid that, they're ma'ayim b'dinei, and they don't really finish off the din teira until samuch to the night, in order for them to be able to continue being eichel v'shei. So that's this din. Mishnah is chayiv misa b'chel shalmeid, ma'ayim b'dinei v'eichel bezin v'sheisen, and b'acharkach goyim dinei samuch l'shkiyas hachama, and then v'her genesa. So in order for the dayanim to not be named simchas yontiv, so therefore they first finish off the psak din at night. There's a deal, normally b'chlal, before you come to a psak din, you're not allowed to drink yain. That's what we learned. You're not allowed to drink yain before you come to a psak din. Over here, these people really came to a maskana in the morning. It's just that they're not, so to speak, finalizing this psak din until samuch l'shkiyas hachama. So the question is, between the time that they already came to a maskana and the time that they're actually paskening and they're so to speak announcing what's this psak din. So the question is the din whether or not they're allowed to eat yain. They're allowed to eat and drink, but the question is they're allowed to drink yain. Allah chavov. Harugi bezin ein mis'abel malim. There's no avelis no harugi bezin. Uboim kreveyim v'shelim v'shleim oedim v'shleim hadayonim lehidia she'ein belibim aleim klum shedin emes donu. That the krevim are showing that they have no tightness not to the edim, not to the dayonim, because it was a psak din. V'aval pi she'ein negen evil. The pain that they have in their heart, they don't have to. The question is, are they allowed to feel the pain of an oinen? So we say, yeah. That pain is about lev, and that's not a problem. No, since the sofkos of their craving, these people will chayiv misa. So to have a din of avelus, The Chiyuvi Avelis that you have to prava, so that the Taka don't have. But on the other hand, the Din Ninas, which is the natural feeling that they have, and there's nothing wrong with them having it. Halacha Zayin. Mi shenikmar dinei ubarach. Now ubal bezn nachri. He came to another bezn, and there's Adam testifying about him in another bezn, and they're testifying that he was in that bezn, and there was a din teir about it, and they were mechayiv misa. There's ein seis in his din. We don't start over the whole din teir again, and we want to have Adam about the din teir and be done again. Elakol makom sheyamdu shnayim v'yemru meidin anu esish pleini shenigmar dinei bebezn shel pleini upleni Edav. They have to also say who the Edom were. So then is Areze Yoharik. Bamedvar Mamurim Beritzech. So in other words, the Edom are coming, other Edom are coming, and they're saying that in another Bezdin, there was a Psak Din, and those Edom said Edus about him, and the Bezdin Paskin about him, and Mele, they came to Ramaskon, it is Chayiv Misa. And Mele, they'll kill him in this Bezdin, even though you don't have the original Edom that said the reason why he was Chayiv Misa, that said that story that happened. We don't have those Edom, but we have now new Edom that are saying that he was in Chayiv Misa then. Avol Sh'ar Chayiv Misas, but other Chayiv Misas were over there. The people that have to kill them are the Edom, that's what we learned before. That by Ritzeach, if the Edom don't kill them, so other people kill them. Masha'enkin B'Nigeya, other Chayiv Misas, it's Dafka, the Edom that are the ones that are supposed to administer this Chayiv Misa. So Mamedvar, Mamurim, B'Ritzeach, so two Edom could come into this Bezdin and say about what happened in the other Bezdin. Avol Sh'ar Chayiv Misas, where over there the original Edom are the ones that are supposed to kill him. Achi Aveu Edom Arishenim v'Yoidu Shenigmar Dini v'Yargu B'Yodim. So no, the original Edom could come and say, listen, we were in another Bezdin. We said Edom about him. We testified that he did this and this. He killed someone. Or he not killed someone. We're not talking about Ritzeh. We're talking about other. He was Machal Shabbos. And Mamela, he was Chayiv, and he was in Chayiv Misa Bebezdin. And now Bezdin Paskins that he's Chayiv Misa, and then those original Edom are the ones that kill him. V'Yargu B'Yodim v'Hu she'Yehidu Bebezdin Shlesim Shleisha. So even though you don't have to redo the whole din Torah, but on the other hand, the people, the paskin, that this person is Chayiv Misa has to be an Bezdin Esm Shleisha. It's Nachamo. A Bezdin which is a din Torah, which is Negeh to Din Nefosha, has to be Esm Shleisha. Now, when that Esm Shleisha paskins is Chayiv Misa, so they kill him. Now, if he runs away, and now other two people, not the original Edom, come and say Edus that this person was Nischayev Misa Bebezdin Shel Pleini. So it depends. If we're dealing with he was a Ritzeach, so then you could kill him. And the new Bezdin where you paskin, they paskin, yeah, that you don't have to go over the whole din Torah. You paskin that he's Chayiv Misa. Masha'enkin, if we're not talking about a Ritzeach, so over there the din is that the original Edom are the ones that are supposed to kill him. The Edom that testified that he did it. So now, if those original Edom aren't here, so then you can't go ahead and testify, and someone else will kill him. But if the original Edom come along and say, listen, we said Edus about him, this and this, and Lepel, he was Nigmar Dinei Lemisa, and now we're saying Edus to you that he was Nigmar Dinei Lemisa, and that we were the Edom, so then they go ahead and kill him. Halacha Ches. Mi shenigmar dinei bebezdin shahoyu b'chutzlaretz. There was a gemar din in bezdin shahoyu b'chutzlaretz, and we learned that a bezdin of smuchim b'chutzlaretz could also paskin. Now ubarach lebezdin sheberetz Yisrael. Now this nidoin, the one that was nidin lemisa, ran away to a bezdin sheberetz Yisrael. So the din is soisen as dinei al kolpon. So now they redo his din Torah. No, say by Ritzach, say not by Ritzach. Before we said that it's not a Ritzach and it's not the original Edom, so then it's soisen as dinei. Mashain Kain, if it's a Ritzach, so then you're not soisen as dinei, even if it's not the original Edom. Mashain Kain over here, if he was barach mi Eretz Yisrael, b'chutz la'aretz Eretz Yisrael, so either way, you always soisen as dinei. However, if the original bezdin that was nigmar dinei in chutzlaretz are now in Eretz Yisrael, so then is ein seisen is dinei. Afal pisha gomru b'chutzlaretz v'imata b'Eretz Yisrael. Now this din, the Yisrael din, we learn it out from a limud. However, the Tesa says over there that the mak is that the reason is because the schus of Eretz Yisrael can give him to help him. In other words, when he was in chutzlaretz, they would dan him lemisa. It could be mitzad the schus of Eretz Yisrael, they'll be dan him l'schus. And memela, so therefore, if you ran away from chutzlaretz to Eretz Yisrael, so you're dan again, because could be the schus of Eretz Yisrael will give us a din of schus. But if it's a new bezdin, mashenkim, it's original bezdin, so we pass the original bezdin, will also paskin like they paskin then. So therefore, there's no need to redo the Torah as long as there's Eidim that say that he was Nischayev Misa Bebezdin. The Bezdin really knows. They don't need really Eidim that he was Nischayev Misa Bebezdin. So this Bezdin in Eretz Yisrael could now be administer the Chiyav Misa to the person that they paskin about him in Chutzlar.